Well, my story starts from childhood, growing up in a dysfunctional family unit in a dysfunctional neighbourhood. I'm going through certain traumas like abandonment issues and stuff from losing my father and stuff like that there, and the death of my best friend when I was 5. Didn't really know how to share my feelings or emotions and was never encouraged to, so therefore I became very insular within myself. Uh, at about 8 or 9 years of age, I started hanging about with the wrong crowd, and they were into glue sniffing and stuff like that there. I soon found out that substances was helping me to block out the emotions and the feelings that I couldn't deal with, and I didn't know how to share with people. Through teenage years, then I started drinking and getting into heavier stuff. Emotional well-being and other risk factors and stuff were starting to creep up, and I didn't know how to handle them or what to do with them. Started self-harming as well. Things weren't working out too well. So I started rebelling against everybody, family, friends, the world. Started getting into trouble to support my habit for my drink and my drug use. Ended up in young offender centres, and no one seemed to help then. It was just slam the door shut, and that was it, thinking that was the form of rehabilitation. No one really gave a handout to me. Then I started going to adult prisons as a young adult, and again there wasn't any forthcoming with help as such until I reached the age of 29, and that's when the ultimate happened. After being involved with heavier drugs like heroin and crack and stuff like that, I got drunk one night and sadly got into a fight with another fella, and I took his life and got myself a life sentence. It was then that people started to help address me, and for me to help address myself, and to talk to people and share and open up and explain what was going on. About halfway through my sentence, I got put on a course called Pazero, and I started getting interested in how drugs was affecting me and how I was using drugs to block out feelings and emotions and stuff. And it was then that I started talking to drug workers as well, and I thought to myself, this is something that I really need. I really need to sort this out. I was in my early 30s at this stage, and I promised myself and promised my family that I would stop using many years before that, and just could never do it. It was a continuation working with drug workers and finding other adapt workers to help me get to the stage where I needed to be released back into the community. Knowing now that I'm at this stage of being released into the community, I'm actually in the community now, I need further help and further support, and that's where Adapt 1 took itself away, and Adapt 2 then came into force and helped me on my future journey. And it's not easy out here. Sometimes it gets stressful and stuff, but I like doing acupuncture. That seems to de-stress me, and that seems to help me a lot. So therefore Adapt 2 at the moment is now guiding me in my next stage, and I feel as if I need that. Even though getting the parole stage and being left on your own, you still need help and support. I find that I do. I'm working now at the moment, and it's good to hold down a steady job. I could never hold down a steady job before because my emotions and feelings was all over the place, and I felt the urge and the need to take drugs or to drink alcohol. And at the moment I don't feel that, I don't get that, because I've got plenty of help.